angry anime fan is back home, as you probably can see. Although that is not important, really. What is important is that Kingdom was finally translated, and then you suddenly read on Twitter or something about a hiatus or something like that. But then you turn out that it's not a hiatus. I don't really know what is going on, but I will prefer not to talk about it either. I could call this a chapter where Hiki finally shows some moments of goodness, while the Kariri girl still mocks him. As much as I don't like the fact that Hiki is so very normal in the Kingdoms one, her constant mocking of him is also getting a little bit annoying. It's almost like she's biting her words. So yeah, the Kingdom chapter 554 from the Angry Enemy Fan, the Despair Reviewer. As they see that a lot of the troops have gone all out, the leader of the tribe suggests to Heki to fall back while he will ground them all up. However, Heki refuses to do that because he promised John Tawawa he would do everything else, and also to show her what kind of a man he is. So he orders his troops to all go in. As one of the brothers of the Quigong of the Raishu army, called Bunen, sees all this. He calls them stupider than the elves and the apes, and launches an attack. You know, I find it kind of hypocritical that those people of all people call the mountain tribe apes. If anything, these savages are the true apes of these troops and all, you know, like all that stuff. But hey, who knows? Either way, onward to it all. It's they launch an attack, ready to crush the Heki army with all their might. As Heki army just put up a very, what it seems to be a very simple-minded defense, like iron walls and all that stuff. He tells his troop to be ready for the advance, as he strengthened the morals a little bit in his troops, saying, "We have been fighting them for days. Let's demonstrate our strength." So first off, the man throws off the shield and fires arrows. Of course, that's not enough to stop the army. But as the Queron army crashes into the Heki army, it seems like they are having an advantage, when suddenly more and more archings comes running in to the Raishu army. So meaning that there was archers even inside the formation. As the sister just says that wonders if they are elite. The brother finds very more respect for Heki. It's kind of funny how these two siblings have such mirror images of the Shinshina armies, so to speak. He seems to adore them, while the sister clearly do not. As Heki mentions in his mind that he calls this repair and defense. We are, and he even lampshades that we are not performing anything outrageous or special. As I said before, Heki in a way could be considered a normal general by regular standards. He's not superhuman or anything else. And he knows the fact that his army is not the one who is flashy. However, they have practiced every single fundamental tactic hundreds of times, and have repaired defense, and therefore he has confidence in his men, capable of carrying out two orders faster and smoother than any other army. This is Heki's strength. A cavalry charge like this, what you is when it has numbers. will draw in and cut them down as many times as it takes. Uh, that's his strength, fundamental tactics. So uh, of course the Raishu army is good and is not exactly so happy by this, and says he's gonna cut off the heads of the cavalry themselves. As the infirmary all seeks on, he orders his men to prepare for infantry combat. And it's then during that time Katakiri says that it's time for them all to join in. And he mentions that the infinity is not the main attack, and he's gonna show his true offense later on. So they shall advance to the right and prepare to make a charge. While the infinity begins to falter, they will cut down the right assist. And if an opening presents itself, they will go for Bunen's heads. As the armies all moves in, Kata, the sister, throws one final insult to Heki that Heki either ignores or misunderstands by saying, "I will sure take Bunen's head." Well, then again, she does says it in her dialect a little bit, so maybe he didn't really understood completely what she said. Something like, "I will take Bunen's head as you fall in battle." Those are the words of an arrogant person, you know. So I mean, again, Heike is anything special, so technically he shouldn't be able to be capable of slaying Bunin. But if he surprises us, then all the better. I am a bit mad that the despair is winning anyway. So either way, the Baju army also rushes in, prepared to face off, while the Fuego Kung also joins in his fight. Elsewhere, Yontawa watches the battle, and all the three bandits has begun. And for the first time ever, she looks up in the sky with a face we cannot exactly read. Something like, "It's been a long time since I last felt like this." The sensation of being balanced on a knife's edge. Probably meaning that we don't know who will win this time. And the battle for the fates of it all begins now. I enjoy the fact that Heki managed to destroy that army, even if it was just one time. I'm fully thanks for that. Don't get me wrong, Heki is not a favorite character, but given to the fact that he's surrounded by flashy characters all the time, the fact that he managed to at least pull off one of these movements, and the fact that Gurren is also gonna cut down his own men for failing, is all good enough for me. So yeah, that's basically it. And what was that rumor that someone said that Kingdom was gonna go on a month hiatus or something? I mean, I don't know. I didn't read Anime News Network yet, so that was just some Twitter post, something like it was not gonna go on a hiatus, and then you suddenly then I got all scared. But given the fact that Kingdom have gone on many breaks before, I actually have begun to fear that Kingdom would go on a break, especially now when things are really starting to get we don't know what to expect. Either way, solid chapter, but you give me your thoughts if you have any.